Huge price reductions are happening right now in my Florida housing market. And if you've been shopping for a home, I got great news because it's a buyer's market right now. So if learning more about that is your thing, then please keep watching. Boom! Boom, we're live. And today we're going to get right after it because I've received a series of emails that I want to share regarding a property that's been on the market now for about 105 days, which caught my attention a few weeks ago because the listing agent is out there aggressively pushing his product, which is absolutely the right thing to do. In fact, he's doing exactly what I would do, which is to ensure that the maximum amount of eyeballs from the real estate industry get to see his product. And one of the ways to do that is through email marketing. So when we take on a new listing, it is a common standard practice for us to blast our listing to every single agent that exists within our market. And as I've mentioned in the past, there are 90,000 agents that exist within my market between Palm Beach and Broward County. And I want to ensure that every single one of them knows about my listing. Now, I know that of that 90,000, only about 2,000 sell 10 houses or more per year, but I want to give my seller every competitive advantage that exists. So I want to ensure that all 90,000, including the part-time and the half-assed, get to see my listing and know that it's for sale because, truthfully, I don't know if they've got a buyer or not. I never know where the buyer is going to come from. I mean, I suspect I know. At the end of the day, I want to ensure that I've checked all the boxes, that I've thrown all of the S on the wall because I don't know what's going to stick. And truthfully, I don't know where the buyer is going to come from. And in most instances, it is highly unusual that the listing agent absolutely has a buyer in their back pocket. Now, I know they all say they will, but the truth is, most times they don't. They're advertising, they're aggressively marketing, and pricing the home the right way to get maximum eyeballs on the home. And then from there, it's supply and demand. And right now, demand is not what it used to be. So this is definitely not a knock. In fact, it's a compliment to the listing agent who is blasting me this listing to ensure that I know it's for sale, at least from a marketing perspective. But from a pricing perspective, this guy is completely out of his mind. And I'm going to share the email now, and you can determine whether you think this is the right price for the home. Now, I take all of your comments very seriously, and I read them all. And a lot of you are out there saying that prices haven't dropped in your housing market, and the real estate market is on fire, and there is going to be no correction, and there's absolutely not going to be a crash. And you might be right. The truth is, nobody knows what the absolute top of the market is, and nobody knows what the absolute bottom of the market is. But what I share are the trends that I see, which absolutely indicate the setup is in. And keep in mind, supply and demand are going to fluctuate. There are lots of variables that exist out there that are going to impact supply and demand. So if interest rates decrease and go back down to 2%, you can rest assured that there's going to be tremendous demand, and we're going to be right in the same place that we were a year ago. And prices are going to go through the roof. And equally and opposite is also true. If interest rates continue on the trajectory that they are, and we revert back to interest rates that were very commonplace in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, well, then chances are you're going to see a massive decrease in demand because the cost of borrowing money will be significantly more expensive. And I'm on the record as stating that I believe we're going to be looking at 10% interest rates in, if not the first quarter of next year, the second quarter of next year. But I'm not Nostradamus. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the third quarter. Maybe it's the fourth quarter. Maybe it's never. I have no idea what the Fed is going to do. What I can see is what they've done. And to me, it seems like we're going to be seeing much higher interest rates in the near term. But I digress, and now let's get back into it because I just got this email. And I'll pop this in so that you can read it. And I'm also going to share the pattern of emails that I've received because what they're writing and what they're saying in this email is absolutely not true. And any professional real estate agent who's actually paying attention to these emails can see right through it. And I'm going to share my analysis of what that is so you know too. Nonetheless, yesterday I got this email, and the email title is Huge Price Reduction in Wellington's Black Diamond with Bonus. Who doesn't like a bonus? Now, mind you, this is being sent out to real estate professionals that have buyers that are shopping in the area. And most agents, when they see the word bonus, get very excited. And I'm no different. I want a bonus as much as the next guy. However, I also know that when I've received 4 emails that say motivated seller, I typically know it's not a motivated seller, especially if there's no price reduction. But this one caught my attention because this agent is actually doing his job. He's sending out a lot of these emails and he's marketing the property aggressively. The real problem here is he's giving his client the wrong information. He priced the home the wrong way. And what I suspect probably happened is he's letting his client dictate the process. I suspect he's letting his client price the home the way his client wants to price the home. And now I'm not confused. His client, the homeowner, is the boss. And I know that to be true of any seller that I work with. But I also know that if I tell them what they want to hear and I let them lead the process as it relates to pricing, they are not going to get what they want. And that reminds me of the line from Wall Street where Gordon Gekko says something along the lines of, if you want a friend, buy a dog. And perhaps that's a little bit too harsh because I obviously want to be friends with my clients. But at the end of the day, they hired me to do a job. And if they don't allow me to do my job and they don't take my professional advice, then chances are almost 99.99999999999, oh, frick it, it's 100%. They're not going to get what they want. And you get situations like this. But nonetheless, here's what the email says. Motivated seller, $135,000 off. $1,500 selling bonus. Original list price was $1,050,000. And the new price is $915,000. Plus a $1,500 bonus to selling broker if closed by January 31st, 2023. Sounds good, right? I mean, that's a massive price reduction. This puppy must sell, right? Well, I was curious too, because I know this is still overpriced. And so I did some research to break this down a little bit more thoroughly, but I want to showcase the home a little bit here and just read the ad copy so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this listing in Wellington in Black Diamond is $915,000. It's 5 beds, 3.5 baths, just shy of 4,000 square feet under air, and it sits on just under a 1/4 acre. And make no mistake, this is a nice home in a nice neighborhood. It's just overpriced relative to the market right now. But it goes on to say, and I'm reading this verbatim, I'll pop it in, I'll pop in pictures, I'll pop in video to give you some context. Extra large waterfront lot in premier Wellington neighborhood gives you room to live in luxury with space to breathe and grow. Rare oversized lot, which is in all caps. I can tell you that it's not that rare because there are 20 homes similar to this on the market right now. But it goes on to say space to expand the pool deck, install a swing set, sports space, kids space, be the envy of the neighborhood, unless you overpay. 5 bedrooms, huge family room, vaulted living room, massive master bedroom and bath, brand new carpet and paint. Well, chances are if you've got carpet these days, you are not really up to speed, but I digress. 2-car garage and a 1-car garage, great Wellington schools, close to equestrian activity, luxury shopping all around, gorgeous clubhouse, amenities available as you wish. Your luxury is available now. Finally, the home with land is available in Black Diamond. I'm not going to critique the ad copy, although I really want to, I won't. But I will critique the pricing relative to the rest of the market. But before I do that, I also want to share the 3 other emails that I received from this agent highlighting the opportunity that exists in our market right now on this particular home. But the first email that I got was back on the 6th of last month. And it goes on to say, Wellington, new price in paradise. And you can't make up this ad copy. And to be clear, this is not my writing, but it is enjoyable to read. Hi, you may not have won the lotter. You may not have won the lotter. Remember when I said I wouldn't make fun of his ad copy? Well, I am on this one. You may not have won the lotter, but motivated seller is your $50,000 opportunity for a big house in paradise. If you're out there thinking about selling $1 million home, please hire somebody that knows how to complete words and spell correctly, because chances are if you cut corners on checking emails, you're probably going to be cutting corners in other places too. But nonetheless, back on November 6th, I got this email talking about the lottery you will definitely win with this motivated seller who just reduced the sales price by $50K. Now, there's 2 additional emails that I received talking about how motivated this seller was, but I'm not going to read them both because we'll be here all day. And I think you get the point. If you're selling your home and your agent is marketing your home and you're not getting showings, you are overpriced, period. But I did a little bit of digging because these emails got me curious and I wanted to analyze this particular home so that we're all on the same page here. And what I found was when they listed the home back in August, they listed it at $1,050,000. In October, they dropped it to $1 million. In November, they dropped it to $970,000. And yesterday they dropped it to $915,000. Now it should be noted, based on what I could find in the MLS, this home has been a rental property and has been rented no less than 5 times. And I point that out because the condition of a rental home is typically going to be less than a home where the homeowner actually lives in it. So I know that condition is definitely going to be an issue on this property. Now you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. There are 3 reasons why homes don't sell. The first reason a home doesn't sell is price. Period. End of story. If you get that right, the other 2 will take care of themselves. But if you want the maximum price, your home's condition must be impeccable relative to the rest of the market. And third is marketing. And full disclosure, this agent is doing a pretty good job of marketing the home. Despite some spelling errors that I pointed out and a little bit of vague copywriting, he's out there aggressively marketing this home, at least to other agents within the market, which truthfully not every other agent does. So he is doing his job at a 7 out of 10 scale at minimum. But if the home is priced the wrong way and he's not leading the process and he's not coaching and advising his clients what to do next, well, then it's never going to sell. And right now, if you must sell, you want to be in front of the rest of the competition. And what I suspect that this agent doesn't know, or if he does know, he's not talking to his clients the right way, because there are 2 other products that are for sale within Black Diamond that are, if not the exact same model, very close. And actually, scratch that. It's not true. Second property, which is not the same model, is a bigger model. But the exact same model is priced at $899, and the bigger home is listed at $845, which tells me if I've got a buyer who's shopping for that home, there's no chance I'm paying $915, especially when I know the exact same model home, which was listed at $850 back in April, sold for $870. And I also know there are 20 other homes that are similar to this house in the surrounding area, which are all similar in style and neighborhood. But if you were to listen to the listing agent, you'd think you just hit the lottery because you got $135,000 off list price, which would not be true, which is why it's critical that you work with a professional real estate agent who knows how to negotiate and get you the best deal possible. Now, as many of you know, I am a full-time, full-service real estate agent with an all-star team that services all of South Florida. And if you want to buy a home in South Florida, we will negotiate the best deal humanly possible so that you can max out South Florida living to its fullest. Now, I've noticed a lot of you who watch these videos are not in my market, and that's okay. We want to serve and support you at the highest level, no matter where you're at. So if you're thinking about buying or selling or need a mortgage professional hyper-local in your market, then please opt in for a referral now and we'll get you set up with someone that we know, like, and trust that can help you get your dream home, dream lifestyle, whatever you want right now. Now, I hope you found this content valuable, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and check out my next video because I suspect you will love it a lot. And until next time, peace.